The dark warning, the vast black sky was filled with stars and silence. Far above Earth's blue and green surface, a giant shadow appeared slowly, blocking out many stars. The ships of the Galactic Empire moved silently, dark and cold, like a storm coming to bring fire and destruction on Earth. People looked up at the sky with hope and fear. No one knew exactly what the Empire wanted, but everyone felt the weight of its power. In the great halls of Earth's United Council, leaders from every nation sat together, faces tense and serious. The council chamber was filled with quiet voices, but one message was clear. The Galactic Empire had sent a final warning: submit or be destroyed. The message said, cold and without mercy. Many feared this was the end for humanity, but the council refused to show panic. Among the leaders was Commander Raiden, a young pilot with sharp eyes and a steady heart. He had flown many battles in the past but knew this war would be different, bigger than anything Earth had seen. Raiden looked at the stars through the window, feeling a strange calm inside. A smile touched his lips. It is time, he whispered to himself. We are ready. Deep underground, in a hidden base called the Sentinel Station, scientists and engineers worked fast. Strange machines hummed and lights blinked as they prepared new weapons. These weapons were unlike anything the Empire had seen, built from old Earth knowledge and new discoveries. Dr. Mira, the lead scientist, watched the screens with hope and worry. If the Empire thinks Earth is weak, they will be very wrong, she said, her voice firm. Outside, the cities were quiet, but people were not afraid. Across the world, men and women trained hard, preparing their minds and bodies for the battle ahead. Stories of Earth's secret strength spread quietly, giving people courage. Even children looked up at the sky with bright eyes, ready to defend their home. Suddenly, the calm was broken. Alarms rang out across Earth's command centers. The Empire's warships were moving fast toward Earth's orbit, ready to strike. On every screen, the huge ships looked like dark mountains floating in space. Raiden stood tall, putting on his flight suit, ready to lead the first defense. Pilots, this is the moment we have waited for, Raiden said, his voice steady and strong. Show them what Earth means. The human fleet launched into space, small but full of fire. They moved quickly to face the Empire's giant ships, their weapons ready. The first shots were fired, and the battle began with a roar that echoed across the stars. Raiden flew his fighter close to a massive warship, dodging beams of light and explosions. He saw the faces of his team, brave men and women fighting with every breath. Earth's ships were smaller but faster, more clever, using the stars as cover. Raiden smiled again, knowing Earth had a secret plan, a strength that the Empire could not see. Back on Earth, Dr. Mira activated a hidden system, sending a pulse of energy into space. The pulse reached the fleet, giving them new power, new hope. The Empire's ships shuddered as Earth's secret weapons started to work. Something was changing in the battle, and the tide slowly began to turn. But the Empire was not weak, far from it. Their commander, a cold and ruthless leader named General Vrax, watched the fight with anger. Destroy them all, he hissed, sending more ships and fighters to the front. The sky burned with fire and metal. The war had truly begun. Raiden felt the pressure but also the fire inside him growing. He pushed his fighter to the limits, breaking through enemy lines. His eyes caught a strange sight, a glowing ship far behind the Empire's front line. Was this the secret weapon Earth had kept hidden for so long? The bat Lu raged on, but Earth did not fall. People watched the sky. Some prayed, others stood ready to fight. The Galactic Empire had declared war, but Earth smiled back, ready for the final test. The story of this war was just beginning, and the universe would soon learn that Earth was not to be taken lightly. The calm before the storm. After the first battle, the skies above Earth grew quiet again, but beneath the calm, a fierce energy stirred. People everywhere felt it. The quiet before a bigger storm. The Galactic Empire was shocked, their great warships bruised and battered by a smaller, faster enemy. But they did not give up, their plans dark and deep, moving like shadows across the stars. On Earth, Commander Raiden returned to the base, greeted by cheers and hopeful faces. Yet he knew the real fight was still to come. He met with the leaders of Earth's united forces in a secret chamber deep inside the Sentinel Station. Maps of the galaxy spread out before them, dotted with enemy positions and safe zones. Dr. Mira stood at the head of the table, her eyes shining with a secret hope. We have something they do not expect, she said softly, an ancient power hidden beneath our feet. She showed the group an old star chart, with a mysterious planet marked in the far reaches of space. "This is the key to Earth's strength," she said. "If we reach it, we can unlock weapons that even the Empire fears." Raiden listened closely, feeling a thrill run through him. "Then we must move fast," he said, "before the Empire finds it first." Meanwhile, across Earth, scientists, engineers, and soldiers worked together like never before. Factories that once built cars and planes now built ships and weapons for the coming war. Communities that once fought each other stood united, their old problems forgotten for a greater cause. Even children trained with small devices, learning to aim, to think, and to fight with courage. But not all on Earth were calm. In the shadows, spies and traitors moved quietly, working for the Empire. They tried to steal secrets and sabotage Earth's efforts. One spy, known only as Shade, slipped through the cities like a ghost, gathering information to send back to General Vrax. Yet Shade did not expect the strength of human kindness. In a small village, a young girl named Lila caught Shade's attention. She was no soldier, only a child, but her bright eyes and quick mind confused the spy. Lila's courage in the face of danger showed that even the smallest light can shine in the darkest places. Back in space, the Empire gathered its forces, dark ships forming a great armada. General Vrax sent out a message. This time, the attack would be total, no mercy would be shown. But Earth's response was calm, almost like a smile before a great storm. Earth's fleet prepared, not just to defend but to fight back harder than ever before. Raiden and his team trained day and night, testing new weapons and tactics. They learned to move like shadows themselves, fast and unseen. Earth's secret weapon, powered by the ancient energy Dr. Mira spoke of, grew stronger with every hour. The fate of the galaxy was now in the hands of a small group of brave humans, ready to face the impossible. As night fell over Earth, the stars seemed to shine brighter. A silent promise was made. No matter what the Empire did, Earth would never give up. The calm before the storm was over, and the real battle was about to begin. Shadows in the void. The galaxy was vast, full of silent dangers and unseen eyes. As Earth's fleet grew stronger, so did the Empire's suspicion and fear. But the Empire did not just prepare for battle. They sent their spies, their shadows, into the dark places of space. Among them was a mysterious figure known as Kira, a skilled scout with secrets even her commanders did not know. Kira drifted through space on a small, fast ship, moving between stars and hiding in the shadows. Her mission was to find Earth's secret weapon, the source of their sudden power. She watched Earth's ships from afar, noting their speed and strange new technology. But as she observed, something unexpected happened. She began to question her own orders. Back on Earth, Commander Raiden sensed the enemy's spies nearby. He sent his best pilots to hunt them, but Kira always seemed one step ahead. Raiden admired her skill, but he knew the war was no place for mercy. Still, in quiet moments, he wondered, what if the enemy was not so different after all? Meanwhile, deep inside the hidden planet Dr. Mira spoke of, ancient machines stirred. This forgotten world held the key to Earth's power, a source of energy older than any star. Scientists prepared an expedition, led by Dr. Mira herself, to unlock its secrets. But reaching the planet was dangerous. The Empire's forces patrolled every route, ready to strike. As Earth's ships moved toward the hidden planet, strange signals echoed through space. Signals not from humans, not from the Empire, but something older, something watching. The fleet hesitated, unsure if this was a trap or a warning. Commander Raiden made a decision. Courage was their weapon, and fear would not hold them back. The expedition landed on the planet's surface, a strange place of towering crystals and glowing rivers. The air was thin, but alive with energy, humming with a power that seemed almost alive. Dr. Mira and her team worked quickly to activate the ancient machines. With each pulse of power, Earth's fleet in space felt stronger, faster, more alive. But the Empire was closing in, their ships surrounding the planet like hungry wolves. General Vrax sent his elite fighters, known as the Shadow Blades, to capture the expedition. A fierce battle erupted both in the skies above the planet and on its glowing surface. Raiden led the charge, flying through enemy fire with fearless determination. In the chaos, Kira made a choice. She turned against the Empire, helping Earth's forces escape a deadly trap. Her reasons were her own, hidden deep in her heart, but her actions changed the course of the war. giving Earth a chance they had not expected. The battle ended with heavy losses on both sides, but Earth's secret weapon was alive and growing, and the galaxy had begun to see that humanity was not just surviving. They were fighting back with a fire no one could tame, the hidden legacy, far below Earth's surface, in a secret vault lost to time. Ancient machines stirred to life, their power hummed through metal veins, awakening memories buried for thousands of years. Dr. Mira stood before the glowing control panel, her fingers trembling with excitement and fear. This technology was built by our ancestors, she explained, long before the Empire rose, before the stars knew war. The machines were not weapons in the usual sense, but something far greater, an intelligence, a protector. They had waited patiently for humanity to grow strong enough to wield their power. As the energy flowed through the vault, Earth's defenses began to change, ships gleamed brighter, shields became stronger, and weapons hummed with new energy. Meanwhile, in the Galactic Empire's war room, General Vrax clenched his fists. Earth has unlocked something ancient, he growled. We cannot allow them to use it. He ordered his best assassins to find and destroy the vault, to stop Earth's rise at any cost. But his spies reported trouble. Kira, the scout who had betrayed them, had vanished without a trace on Earth. Raiden gathered his closest allies, preparing for what could be the greatest battle yet. Whatever comes, we fight for our home, for our future, he said, his voice steady and full of hope. The team set out to protect the vault and the new power it had given them. They knew the Empire would stop at nothing to crush Earth's SP. Irate, as Earth's defenders stood guard, shadows moved through the night, enemies hidden in plain sight, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But humanity had learned to see in darkness, to find strength where others saw only fear. A fierce battle erupted beneath Earth's skies, a fight not just for survival but for the soul of the planet. In the chaos, a new hero rose, a young soldier named Talia, brave and fierce. She fought with a fierce determination, inspiring those around her. Her courage became a beacon, a symbol of Earth's unbreakable will. Together, they pushed back the Empire's assassins, protecting the hidden legacy. As dawn broke over Earth, the vault's light shone like a promise to the stars. Humanity was no longer the hunted, they were the hunters, and the Galactic Empire would soon learn that Earth's greatest power was not technology, but the unyielding spirit of its people, ready to rise against any darkness. The rising storm, the galaxy trembled as Earth's secret power grew stronger with each passing day. The Empire's warships loomed closer, dark shadows against the endless stars. General Vrax's anger boiled, his patience gone. He prepared to unleash his deadliest forces, a fleet designed to crush hope and will. But Earth was no longer waiting. Commander Raiden stood on the bridge of the flagship Vanguard, his eyes scanned the endless void, searching for the enemy's next move. Beside him, Talia sharpened her blade, ready to lead the warriors into battle. In the quiet moments before the storm, Earth's leaders gathered. They knew this fight was bigger than any before, not just a battle for survival, but a fight for freedom, for the future of every soul on their planet. Dr. Mira presented new weapon designs, powered by the ancient technology, capable of striking like lightning. Raiden's fleet moved out, a swarm of lights racing toward the Empire's dark armada. The first clash was fierce and brutal. Metal screamed and fire burned across space. Earth's ships danced between explosions, their EU weapons cutting through enemy lines, but the Empire responded with cruel precision, sending massive cruisers to break Earth's formation. On the front lines, Talia led a squadron of fighters, weaving through enemy fire. Her voice was calm, steady, giving orders that turned chaos into strategy. A desperate call came in. One of Earth's ships was trapped, surrounded by enemy fighters. Without hesitation, Talia raced to the rescue, risking everything to save her comrades. Meanwhile, deep in the Empire's flagship, Kira's betrayal had caused chaos. She moved silently through corridors, sabotaging systems, opening paths for Earth's forces. Her reasons remained a mystery, but her actions were clear. She believed in Earth's cause. As the battle raged above, Kira set explosives to cripple the Empire's command center. Back on Vanguard, Raiden received the signal. The Empire's flagship was vulnerable. This is our chance, he said. Eyes burning with fierce determination, he ordered the fleet to focus all fire on the enemy's heart. The stars exploded with light as Earth's weapons found their mark. The Empire's forces faltered, confusion spreading like wildfire. For the first time, the tide of war had turned, but Raiden knew this was only the beginning. The rising storm was fierce, and the final battle still waited in the shadows of unity. The war had changed everything, old borders, old rivalries. Even old fears faded away under the weight of a common fight. Earth's people came together like never before, united by a single purpose. Commander Raiden watched the once divided nations join their forces, sharing ships, weapons, and hope. Indiana, the heart of the new alliance, a spirit of unity burned brighter than any star. Talia stood before the new recruits, young men and women from all walks of life. Their eyes shone with determination, ready to defend the home that had given them life. She told them stories of Earth's ancient legacy and the power they now held. How we fight, how we stand together, that will be the difference, she said, her voice strong. Meanwhile, Kira worked quietly behind enemy lines, sending messages to Earth's commanders. Her knowledge of the Empire's secrets saved many lives, but it also made her a target. Empire assassins hunted her relentlessly, but she vanished into the darkness each time. Her fate was unknown, but her courage was a beacon in the shadows. Earth's fleet prepared for the final mission, an assault on the Empire's command center. It was a dangerous plan, but it was the only way to end the war. Raiden led the fleet, with Talia and others by his side, their hearts full of fire and hope. As they moved toward the enemy stronghold, the stars themselves seemed to hold their breath. The battle that followed was fierce and desperate. Ships clashed in brilliant bursts of light. Fighters weaved through deadly fire. Raiden and Talia fought side by side, pushing deeper into enemy space. Every victory came at a cost, but Earth's spirit never wavered. Inside the command center, General Vrax faced his enemies. He saw Earth's unity, their strength born from struggle and hope, but pride blinded him, and he vowed to fight until the last star faded. The final moments of the war were near, and the galaxy waited in silence. The final light, the galaxy held its breath as Earth's fleet reached the heart of the Empire. Darkness and light clashed in a storm of fire and steel. Commander Raiden stood tall on the bridge of the vanguard, his eyes burning with resolve. Beside him, Talia prepared for the fight that would decide the fate of all worlds. Inside the Empire's throne room, General Vrax awaited, cold and unyielding. He saw Earth's courage as a challenge to his rule. Their war was more than weapons. It was a test of spirit. Raiden and Vrax faced each other in a final duel, minds sharp, hearts fierce. Outside, Earth's fleet fought with every ounce of strength. The secret weapon pulsed with ancient energy. Shields flickered and weapons roared. The tide turned with every strike. As Earth's people showed the galaxy their true power, Talia led the ground forces, fighting through traps and enemies. Her courage inspired others to stand strong even in the darkest moments. She found the heart of the Empire's command, ready to disable its power. With a final push, she activated Earth's weapon, a light that cut through the shadows. General Vrax's power faltered, his empire crumbling before him. Raiden's blade met his in a clash that echoed through the stars. With one last strike, the battle was over. Victory belonged to Earth, not just for weapons, but for hope, courage, and unity. As the stars settled, Earth smiled once more. A new dawn rose for humanity, shining brighter than ever. The galaxy had learned that the true strength of a people was not in their ships or weapons, but in their spirit, their will to fight for freedom and peace. The war was over, but Earth's story had just begun, and wherever the stars called, humanity would answer, strong, united, and ready.